plays of the week. Let's waste no more time. We'll jump right in with Franklin Regional in a game that was dominated by the defenses. It was Panthers kicker Joey Bain who provided the only points. His fourth quarter field goal gave FR the win against Greater Latrobe, as detailed by the one and only Jonathan Whaley.
From the 5-yard line, it'll be a 22-yard field goal attempt for senior kicker Joey Bain with 5:12 to play in the game. He missed his only other attempt from 35 yards. This one is up. It's high enough, and it is good. He hacks the field goal with 4:59 to go. But Bain gives Franklin Regional the first points of the game. 3-0 Franklin Regional. A long drive, and then now the lights start to flicker in and out here. But Joey Bain is good. Franklin Regional draws first blood.
All right, so you're not cool unless your lights flicker anymore, right? Like, I think that's the new thing. Lights are flickering, but hey, that was a massive kick by Joey Bain. Kind of a chip shot field goal, one that he certainly had enough distance on, as he usually does. He usually boots the ball in the end zone for touchbacks. But, wow, interesting game to say the least.
Yeah, he had a goal in his soccer match on Thursday, but then missed a little bit at the end of the game because he had, so it's one thing to say it's a chip shot, but when it's a 0-0 game and he'd already missed a field goal earlier in the game, that's a big-time pressure kick there, especially at the high school level. So congrats to him in providing the only points that his team needed. We continue plays of the week with Penn Trafford, and although the Warriors fell to Woodland Hills, Tassa Whipple provided another highlight play, at least until the refs said otherwise. After a great catch, Whipple's hurdle was deemed a penalty to gain most of the yardage, but the effort was still spectacular, as called by myself and Jack Ridenauer.
Now they're likely going to need him. Seems like this game will be decided in the fourth quarter. Louver fakes the handoff, spins around, has Whipple open. What a design, and what a catch by Tasso, and he hurdles a player, stays in bounds, cuts back, nearly took it to the house. Spectacular before the touchdown-saving tackle by Earl Perry.
First off, the grab by Whipple, tremendous focus, and then the timing here goes right over McLeod. Not to mention stays in bounds too with his momentum going that way. Tremendous run.
There is a penalty, and I believe it is for that hurdle on the Warriors. The fans aren't happy, but I believe Tassa Whipple, you said he jumped over McLeod. He jumped into the clouds on that one, but that will set back the Warriors.
All right, so first of all, whether that was a penalty or not, that was awesome. The crowd went nuts, sidelines going nuts, and then the flag comes in. There was so much debate between us, between the coaches, everybody up in the press box. Was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? John Ruane was told after the game by the officials that they mistakenly called it a penalty. So, I don't know, one of those, I guess, judgment calls. They called it hurdling, but it was a big play in the game, Sean, because I think Penn Trafford basically, it was like a 38-yard swing because instead of having the ball 8 yards past where he went out of bounds, so 8 yards past the where the penalty took place, it went back 15 yards where the penalty took place. So a massive swing in the game. Whether it would have changed the game, I don't know, but it was certainly still a big penalty. But either way, that was awesome to watch.
Yeah, very athletic, to say the least. And I'll say this. If he gets the opportunity again, he still should probably do the same thing and hope maybe the officials won't call it next time, because it gave him extra yardage, and the fact that he stayed in bounds was probably the most incredible aspect out of all of that. So that still had to make plays of the week, I think, deservedly so. We continue plays of the week with Derry area, and the Trojans ran past Burl in a Westmoreland County clash last week. Damari Robinson was a catalyst in the victory. His third quarter run gave Derry area a lead it would never relinquish, with John Flickinger and Bob Lisinski on the call.
Sacco from the gun on 1st and 10. Robinson to his right. Anthony will give to Damari. Damari makes a move and then gets into the secondary. Down the middle. Damari Robinson to the 20, the 10 and the 5. House call. Touchdown. Trojans.
That's the way to start off the first half. 60-yard run. Nobody was going to catch him again when he gets out in the open, John. It's see you later. Just what the Trojans needed after that fumble to end that first half.
And he just picked his way. It didn't look like he had much initially in the hole, and then he exploited it, and gone is Damari for the score. One big play, first play from scrimmage in the second half, and the Trojans.
Well, Damari Robinson did what Derry needs Damari Robinson to do on a consistent basis. He's one of their playmakers, quick, and as my brother said, he kind of picked his way and then took off, and he was gone. So certainly has that speed. He showed it on that play.
I don't know if you remember this, Flick. It was a year ago that I broadcast Derry against Burrow, and that was when Ahmad Ward had maybe the game of his life. It was just incredible to watch what he did in leading the Trojans. So they've had the better of the Buccaneers the last couple of years.
Are you crediting yourself for that because you did play-by-play?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, you could take credit for the Seton Hill win because you got back in the saddle, so I think that all jives.
Sounds good to me, man.
Well, we'll see who can take credit for this Jeanette win as Plays of the Week takes us with the Jayhawks, and they've proven to be dynamic on special teams this year, and that trend continued against Frazier, courtesy of Jace Powell, who gave Jeanette a 2-score lead in the opening quarter, with Brent Wiggum and Anthony D'Annunzio painting the picture.
Seacrest is going to punt this one now. Feels some pressure, gets it away. Fielded at the 36-yard line by Jace Powell on a running start. He's in the Frazier territory, cuts back at the 35, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. Give that man a touchdown. Jace Powell from the Jeanette 36 to the Jayhawk end zone.
Brent, we've seen these big plays after big plays. We've seen Jace Powell on the punt return before. We've seen him in the open field. We even saw it last week at Ligonier. Just has a way of finding a gap, seeing it, following his blockers. Give credit up there. 3 or 4 Jayhawks threw nice blocks to spring Jace.
Jace Powell is so valuable to this Jeanette team, Sean. He has so many all-purpose yards this year, whether they be on a punt, kick return, interception return, fumble return, and then, of course, what he does on offense from the wide receiver position. Man, I mean, we talk about Kimani Brown a lot and some others, but Jace Powell's pretty special.
Yeah, they make a lot of big plays offensively, but it feels like they make just as many big plays between special teams and defense so far this season. They are really rolling. Great to see at Jeanette. We will wrap up Plays of the Week with Seton Hill as the Griffins earned their first win of the season on Saturday at Bloomsburg, and they did so in dramatic fashion. A connection from Jake Cruz to Todd Phillips in the final minute gave Seton Hill the narrow W, with Dan Flickinger and Roger Downs narrating the drama.
Huskies fans making a ton of noise here. Cruz is going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Seton Hill! Todd Phillips on 4th down. The Griffins have taken the lead.
Big time play by Todd Phillips. He's had 2 big catches today for the Griffs.
15-14 Seton Hill with 9 seconds left on the clock. Are you kidding me?
Seton Hill milling around. Let's see what they're going to do here. They may take a timeout.
What a ball by Cruz.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised. I mean, you know, you see Cruz throw the ball, I'm following the ball, and then I see Phillips wide open in the end zone, and he just drops it right in there. I mean, that was pretty awesome. Again, it wasn't a thrilling game. It wasn't, you know, rolled back and forth, but the Griffins were able to come back, man. They were trailing 14-3 going into that final quarter, and they win the game 15-14 on that. That was pretty cool.
Sometimes it just takes one win to get the ball rolling. We'll see if the Griffins can keep it up this week.